Hey guys, it's Coach Trina and Coach Nick here with Friction, and we're going to talk about your workout for today. So for your warm-up, we're going to do 3 times through. You have 10 per side on a single leg glute bridge, 10 per side on a fire hydrant, 10 cat and camels, and then 30 seconds in a squat hold. So Coach Nick will show you what these movements look like. For that single leg glute bridge, we're going to lay down on our back. We're going to take one leg, prop it up, and then the other leg's going to be out long. We're going to lift our hips, and that's going to be 1 rep. Bring the hips back down, lift them back up again, all the way until we get to 10 per side. After that, you have 10 per side on a fire hydrant. So you're gonna take a tabletop position here. So arms are underneath the shoulder, hands are underneath the shoulders, and all we're gonna do is take one leg and one knee. We're gonna bring it out to the side and then back to center. After that, you guys have 10 cat and camels. So we're looking for some movement throughout the spine here. We're gonna arch the back, and then we're gonna get hollow with the back. So we're gonna arch, bring the head forward, and then when we go into a big hollow position, we're gonna take the chin and curl it into our chest. So 10 of those, and then you guys have 30 seconds in a squat hold. So get those feet just outside the shoulders, slightly turn the toes out, get the hips and butt back and down, and get into that bottom of a squat. Find a comfortable position here and stay active in your squat. So Coach Nick, if you could show us an inactive squat hold, and then kind of where the butt sinks down to, that's what we don't want. So we want to make sure that we're staying active, hips are squeezed, chest is staying up, everything is nice and tight. So 3 rounds of that, guys, and then after that, we're gonna go 1 minute per side in lizard, dorsiflexion, 2 minutes in pike, and then 30 seconds per area in a wrist series stretch. So for that lizard stretch, take one leg, take it out nice and long, get the other leg up into a 90-degree angle here, and then both hands are gonna be inside of that front leg, looking for a big stretch at the hip flexors and your quads. After that, dorsiflexion. So if you have a heavy weighted object, use it to put some pressure on that front leg. If not, then just take a body weight and put some pressure into it. Looking for a tight lunge here. This front foot should stay nice and flat. We should be sitting back onto that back heel, and then we're just pushing that knee forward, getting a big stretch throughout the back of the ankle. 2 minutes in pike after that, guys. So on your butts. Toes pointing up or pointed out. We are dropping the chest down to the thighs, slight bend in the legs. It is a 2-minute stretch, so take time to relax through it. Maybe the legs start with a little bit of bend and then they extend as the stretch goes on. And then last thing we have is 30 seconds per area in a wrist series stretch. So this is going to take about 2 minutes as well. You have 4 different positions here you can hit with the wrist. We'll start with the fingers facing forward, and then we're just slightly leaning over them. So if you look at Coach Nick, his shoulders are going to go over his wrist, and he's going to create a big stretch there. You can kind of create some movement here and rock back and forth. Take 30 seconds for that. Then we're going to take those hands, turn them out to the sides, and then same thing, we can kind of rock side to side in that 30 seconds. Fingertips will go backwards, and we'll hang out here for 30 seconds. We can kind of lean back with this one if our wrist and mobility allows for it, but just stay active in those wrists, 30 seconds. And then the very last one, this one we want to be gentle with. These bones on the front side of the hand are a little fragile, but take the hands, flip them upside down, fingertips towards you, and that is our last 30 seconds for our wrist series. Your strength today, guys, is a front squat. It's 5 by 5. You're climbing in weight, and we are taking this from the floor today, so you will power clean it up to your front rack position. So with a barbell, Coach Nick's going to show us that. We'll start with the bar at mid-shin. We'll mimic kind of like that. We have plates on it. From here, we have our clean grip, so just outside shins and thighs. We're going to shrug and hike. We'll get those elbows underneath that bar. Then from here, butt and hips are going to go back and down. Hips will initiate your squat. Feet are just outside those shoulders. We're staying tall throughout the front squat and making sure that elbows are staying nice and high. Keeping good elbow position and front rack position here is going to help with our chesting forward in that front squat. Chesting up, rather, not forward. So it is a 5 by 5. You're already taking it from the floor, and you're climbing in weight each round. For your Metcon today, 30, 20, 10, box jump overs, kettlebell deadlifts, and RKBs. Weight is 70, 53 for competitive. We'll go 53, 35 for recreational, and then we'll go with 35, 26 for lifestyle, and we'll change that box jump over to a step over instead. So 24-20 for the box height, stays the same all the way across. And then what that's going to look like for your box jump over, you'll jump up onto that box and then onto the other side. With this, you can stay low. You don't have to jump. You don't have to stand up all the way to the top with the box jump over. The movement is just to get up and over that box. Kettlebell deadlift is after that. So just with one kettlebell today, all you're going to do is let that kettlebell go in between the feet. Back is going to stay nice and flat, bend the knees, and then stand up. So kettlebell's coming up to our hips, and that is going to be your deadlift. Last thing is RKBs. So Russian kettlebell swing, we're just going to eye level today. So initiate that with a hinge in the hips are going to go back, and then we're going to use power from our hips to squeeze our glutes and snap them forward to get that kettlebell just at about eye level. Make sure the arms stay nice and locked out for that, or you can take a slight bend with the arms and kind of go with like a T-Rex type arm thing. Rent today, guys, it's 1 minute to 2 minutes per side, a hamstring smash and a quad smash. Hamstring smash, if you have a chair or a box or something to sit on, take a softball or some kind of object, place it underneath the hamstring, and you're just going to hang out there for a minute or two. You can find some flexion and extension with this. So take that leg, place it out nice and long, kind of hang out on any spot that might feel a little crunchy or a little tight, massage it, and then switch over to the other leg. Last thing you guys have is a quad smash. Now you can do this with a kettlebell, you can do this with a heavy weighted object, you can even do this with a barbell if you have one of those at home. But if you do have a kettlebell, what you're going to do is take it, flip the handles so that the handles are on the quad, relax the quad, and all you're going to do is just massage throughout that whole quadricep area. So you can start relatively close to the hip, work your way down to right above the knee, try not to go over any joints or anything because that's going to not feel good. That is everything for your workout today, guys. Have a wonderful workout. We will see you next time.